so ecstatic about a plan you made and nobody at work or at home or at school thought it was a good idea? How about the time you cooked somebody something and it wasn't the best effort you made, but they ate it anyway? That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Do you ever find yourself being asked by your kids to do things you don't want to do? As a dad, I know I do. And I find myself forgetting about how it felt to be a kid and to be in those situations. My kids get so excited about the smallest things. Um, and partly because that's the way kids are. God made them that way. They'll do just about anything and love it, especially with me, their dad. Now, I'm not saying we have to say yes to everything, but I want us as fathers to have a heart that remembers nothing is below me. And I want to have a servant heart like Jesus did, so I'm willing to do things I might not want to do with my kids. In Philippians chapter 2, verses 5 through 7, the ESV reads, "Have this mind among yourselves which is yours in Christ Jesus, who though he was in the form of God, did not count equality with God a thing to be grasped, but emptied himself by taking the form of a servant, being born in the likeness of man." You see, Jesus is our great example in so many ways. And I want to share with you three quick ways we can always do things with our kids even when it's difficult. Number one, we need to think like Jesus. In verse 5, have this mind among yourself which is yours in Christ Jesus. When your child asks you to do something, ask yourself, would this be beneath Jesus? The activity they want to do with you may seem so simple or small, but that 5-minute tea party or game of Paw Patrol may make your child's day. Number two, don't play the adult card. In verse 6, Jesus was willing to give up heaven to come here for us. I used to make the excuse to my kids, well, my mom or dad didn't do this with me when I was a kid. But what does that have to do with anything? Jesus didn't hold on to heaven, and he had every reason to. But he loved us enough to give it up. So give up the day today for a jump or two on the trampoline, or a bike ride, or a story with your kids. Number three, empty yourself. You know, you can always find excuses or issues or reason to procrastinate. Get rid of them. Jesus could have made a trillion excuses not to come here, but he served us by doing something he would rather not have done. This is the heart of God, doing things for us even though we didn't deserve it. And this is the heart of a great dad, loving them, making time for them, and having no regrets because we know they won't be small for long. Do it anyway. God bless you.